Alright, welcome back, guys. This is part 2. And I'm just going to finish up this outlining. The only thing I do not like about these Copic multiliners is the tips. Like, if you don't get the really professional series of these multiliners, if you get a really thin, like say this 0.03 is really thin, but the problem is, the more you use it, the more unstable the point gets, and it's really hard to make a straight line when the point gets really wobbly, like when it gets worn out. But I think the professional series, the points are a lot stronger. Even though I don't have too much experience using that version of the Copic multiliners. Try my best not to make her too muscular. Stay true to her original character design. Okay. Guys, if you're just joining me, I am pretty much drawing Jett from Valorant. If you don't know what Valorant is pretty much Riot Games, I think that's what the company's called, answer to Overwatch and Apex Legends. And this particular character is one of the original characters from the first season. Her name is Jett. I don't know much about her just yet. I played Valorant before. It's sort of like Overwatch meets Counter-Strike, and it's a lot fast-paced. You got to be really good at precision shooting in Valorant. It's more unforgiving when it comes to shooting, unlike Overwatch, where it's more arcadey. For the video series that I'm gonna do, the edited version of this drawing, I will have all the background information for this particular character, Jett. Since I don't know too much about her. But the game, I mean, if you're not really into, like, if you was a fan of Overwatch and a fan of Counter-Strike, you will love this game. But if you're coming from Overwatch only and you never played Counter-Strike or wasn't really too into Counter-Strike, then this might be a harder game to get into. Let me adjust the camera a little bit so you guys can see exactly what I'm drawing. So my hand is not so much like that. My hand is not so much in the way. Also, if you was wondering where I've been for like literally a month, um, I pretty much been. The thing is, I want to become a art director. That's one of the things I wanted to do since I was really young, and a lot of the art directing jobs are really digital these days. It's not really too much print work with art directing. So there's a lot of digital stuff that, even though I went to school for digital art, there's a lot of digital stuff that I have to learn that's not necessarily art, more like programming, like HTML, you know, and HTML and CSS. So it's a lot of right brain thinking, you know. So I had to take some time to start and figure out, get information on where to start, you know, because I have experience doing graphic design for over 10, no, well, for about 10 years now. But if I want to transition to art director, I have to know programming, you know, even on a basic level. So that's one of the things that I've been getting back into because I went to school for graphic design and some basic programming like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, but I haven't done it in so long that you know I'm not that good at it. So that's one of the reasons why I have to spend a lot of my days going back and learning programming again. But I still will be doing YouTube. It's just I just had to get used to get a rhythm and a schedule in when it comes to programming. So now I know when I have time to do this. Alright, let me adjust the camera again one more time. Alright. Should be a little bit better. Alright, move it down a little bit. Like that. Alright. So you guys can see what I'm doing. Right now I'm just doing the basic outline, really light. Whenever I go away from a long time, I always get a little rusty. Every time. So that's why you have to figure out a way to draw every day. If you can't draw every day, then draw every other day. If you can't draw every other day, then draw at least once a week. Like I went a month without drawing again. And I hate when that happens. Alright. So now let's work on her left arm. So I'm making sure that my hand is not in the way so you can see what I'm doing. Right now all I'm doing is dragging the mouse. I mean, not the mouse. I am dragging the pencil, not the pencil. I will get it 3 times the charm. I'm dragging the Copic multiliner downward thrust very so lightly to draw this contour line right here on her left arm. And then I don't hold it tight like this. Usually when I hold it really tight like this, I'm pretty much doing fine details. But if I'm holding it out like this, then I'm trying to draw a more of a straight line. If that makes sense. So whenever I'm doing a straight line, I pull my hand about almost halfway. So that way I can lightly have more of a long stroke with the Copic multi-liner. Just like that. And I just put two little lines right here to indicate her elbow. Guys, just let me know if you can hear me well, or if the music is too low or too loud. Let me know. And now I'm just doing the outline for the gun that she's holding. And now I'm going to go back in and draw this. The belt is kind of stylized, so I'm just going to draw like 2 boxes for the belt. I should get the professional series of these Copic multi-liners and test them out and see how they work. Because these are pretty much, these are a step up from Sakura markers, not markers, but ink pens. But there's even a level higher than this, which is called it's like the Copic, instead of multi-liner, I think it's like professional series. They're silver instead of gray. And they're supposedly better. I'm hoping that the tips, because these tips wear out really fast, especially when you're going with very thin, like you see how I have to really press down to get this line down. Like sometimes it's not even that smooth, you know, so. But the one thing I like about these multi-liners is the fact that they work well with Copic markers. Like if I use these artist lofts, if I would draw it with this, it will pretty much, when I go to coloring, it will smudge. Like if the ink is not dry, it will smudge the artwork. So that's why it's good to use these multi-liners. They're a little bit more expensive than the typical Sakura ink pens or the artist lofts. One second, guys. I'm just figuring out. Hope you guys are doing well in this quarantine. I never would think that the quarantine will be this long. So, but the one thing I do like, you know, I had to switch jobs, but like right now I'm on furlough. But one thing I do like is the fact that I have a lot of free time. So I get to prepare of becoming an art director by learning the programming that I need to learn. Now I'm drawing her kunais. I didn't even notice that she's like a ninja. I wasn't even paying attention that she's actually like a ninja. In the game, I mean. I just noticed that. Cause she has these kunais over here. They're kunais or shurikens? They're definitely kunais. Yeah, they're kunais. Anybody knows, let me know. Are these kunais or are they shurikens? Right here. I believe, yeah, they're kunais. The shurikens, they're like a ninja star. And kunais are more like knives. So yeah, I was right. They're kunais. Yeah, so I really like the art style for Valorant. It's very simple and it's very different from Apex Legends. Because I didn't, to be honest with you, I never liked the art style of Apex Legends. I felt it was too three-dimensional, if that makes sense. But with Valorant, it's very stylized, very 2D, and easier to draw in terms of like if you want to do fan art for it. Well, Apex Legends, everything's all 3D or 2.5D. If you just joined me, I'm drawing a character from Valorant. Her name is Jett. I don't know too much about her, but she's one of the original characters from Season 1 of Valorant. And if you don't know what Valorant is, it's pretty much Riot Games' answers to Overwatch and Apex Legends. And it's pretty much like playing Counter-Strike. Pretty much Counter-Strike and Overwatch had a baby. That's the best way to describe it. And a lot of people seem to like it. But there's some controversy already. Like there's people like Angry Joe, Dr. Disrespect. They're talking about stuff like they're charging too much for the skins for the guns in this game with microtransactions. Like one of the legendary guns costs $100. When I heard that one of the legendary guns costs $100 in this game, I'm like, okay, now they're a little bit ODing. They're doing a little bit too much. Like, I know the game is free to play. I understand that, and they need to make their money back. But $100 for a legendary skin? Most games doesn't even cost $100, and you're spending all that money on one skin. One skin for I don't know. I'm old school, so I'm from a generation where we bought a game for like $30, $30 to $50, and we got the full game. You know, there was no expansion. Well, there were expansion packs, but there were no microtransactions. There were no loot boxes. There were no nickel and diming, and the games were complete. Like, I feel like what developers do these days is like they kind of sell you a half-finished game. Like, they know damn well the game is not finished, but they're gonna charge you $60 for the game. $60. Okay, some people have joined. Who are these people? I can't see. Hello, how you doing? Elegant? No, not elegant. Elegant cross app? No. I got a little dirt on my monitor. Croissant, how you doing? Sam Art Studio, how you doing, man? Yeah, Sam, the skins for the guns in this game is $100. I'm not joking. for one skin. I mean, I believe the legendary skin you get like it's for the like the handgun and the main gun, and I believe you get like a custom winning animation. Like she would do like a custom winning animation that that relates to that particular skin. But other than that, that's all you get, and it's $100. So I don't know what's going on. The gun that she has right here, I didn't know like how I wanted to make it, because in the promotional art it's kind of, it's like an afterthought and you can't really see it. So what I'm gonna do, instead of like drawing an actual gun, I'm just gonna draw a shape of, sort of like a shape of a gun. Like I'm just gonna do like sort of like a cube. And what I'm gonna do is just paint this out dark, and so that it's almost like a silhouette of the gun. So I don't have to do too much detail or spend too much time drawing the gun, pretty much. What kind of pen liner I'm using? Sam, I'm using, they're just basic Copic multi-liner. That's all. I also have an Artist Loft, but all the good pens are the Artist Loft, Copic multi-liners, and the Sakura pens. The cheapest ones to buy are the Sakura pens. Everybody uses those. But the only problem with the Sakura, I believe, is it takes longer to dry. So you gotta be careful not to smudge it. With the Copic multi-liners, they dry a little bit faster. Artist Loft is, this particular brand is kind of in between Sakura and Copic multi-liners. So now I have pretty much done, I am done with the basic outline of this particular character. So I'm going to, let me just, this is off screen. Alright, so now I'm going to erase this. Yeah, I mean, just go on Amazon, Sam Art Studio. They're on Amazon, or you can get it on eBay. Or if you can't order online, you could go to Michael's or Walmart. Not Walmart. Yeah, Walmart. Those three have these pens. See, the only thing I don't like about this this eraser right here is that I need another eraser. Yeah, for everything. Yeah, you can find them on Amazon. Just type. You can type in manga pens, and then they'll come up. See, I also have Masterclass. I mean Master. And these are like, they're pretty much the same, but a little bit different. Yep. Right now I'm just looking for an eraser. A good one. I don't have any erasers in here. One of the best erasers I had was these Papermate pencils. The back of it is one of the best, but it runs out really fast. I mean, I had kneaded erasers, but these erasers are good, but sometimes they smudge. Yes, just Amazon. See what I mean? You see? It smudges. That's what I don't like about these. It's like you have to erase and then erase the smudge, which is annoying. And then the other thing about this is that it's so strong that it picks up the ink off the paper. And if it picks off the ink, you know, I'm gonna go over it again anyway, but it's kind of annoying that you think you draw a thick or dark line to have the eraser make it lighter. See, and this eraser does not work well with this particular paper that I have. It just loves to smudge. You see how light it got? You know, I didn't want it to be that light. Yeah, the needed ones are pretty good. I definitely have a bunch of neededs, but I need a new one. I haven't been using it in a while. Okay. Well, thank you guys for joining my live stream. I know I've been going for a while. Been doing a lot of boring programming work because I want to become an art director. And this is a perfect time to learn something new. Well, it's not something new. I went to school for programming and interactive media and graphic design, but I haven't done the programming side in such a long time that I have to relearn a lot that I learned a long time ago and learn more and be better than what I used to be. I have to update my portfolio. That's the life of an artist. I mean, if you want to make money, and continue to survive in this industry as an artist, if you're not, you know, you're gonna have to learn a lot of technical. There's not many jobs where you're just gonna be doing drawings. When I first graduated back in 2010, I was lucky. I got an animation job, and I was doing that for about a year and a half, and we did a lot of drawing in that. And then after that, I was a watch designer, and I worked with Disney, Nickelodeon, doing watch designs for kids, and that was pretty fun, and I got to do a lot of drawing there. Other than that, everything else is technical, like web design, interactive media. Everything is on iPads and iPhones, so you gotta learn how to design apps, and you know, a lot of Photoshop, a lot of InDesign, a lot of even Dreamweaver, Bootstrap. So yeah, but yeah, I'm relearning HTML, JavaScript, and CSS. So I just had to make sure I had a rhythm in doing that before I can start, you know, finishing up with the YouTube channel. Alright, so now I'm going to start off with I'm going to go over it again. trying to look for the right size. I think this is good enough. No, this is too thick. Yep. I mean, I can use this, but I don't like how thick it is. And I'm not necessarily trying to mimic the art 100%, but I'm gonna keep the same style that they have in the game, the promotional art. Like if I look at the artwork, it's not highly rendered, but it's really hard lines, so. Run free and dive into the sky. Here going, crying out its prayer. While we're so ashamed to be alive. Break the chains and our freedom is ours to take. So this is just the outline. At this point, I am definitely paying attention to line weight. If you watch any of my other drawings, you know what I mean by that. Since all the weight is on the left side of her body, that is where I'm gonna do the darkest lines. That's what I mean by line weight. Because I know that is where the shadows are going to fall. So the line weight doesn't really matter too much. Because all of this is going to be in shadow. Look behind your back. Chase a light when the world is getting darker. I have a dream where love's the only side. So take my hand, join the army of the shadows. Going higher, we're more than numbers, standing in this shade. Going louder, we're all one color, standing. The girl in this song sounds like young Britney Spears. Sounds like young Britney Spears. Hey, no problem, Sam. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Look forward to the edited version where you can watch it in like 5 to 8. Well, my videos are now 10 minutes. Well, the edited version will be 10 minutes long. So check you later, Sam. Thanks for joining. Alright, so let me just sort of finish this up a little bit. The finished version will be up on YouTube tomorrow. I won't be able to finish it tonight because it's already pretty late. And one thing about me is that when it comes to drawing, I don't force myself to finish artwork on time anymore, because then the art suffers, you know. The art suffers if I'm rushing, and then also it feels like work. Once it feels like work, then that's when I'm no longer having fun. So I always pace myself and do it when I have the most energy, so that way I can keep my hands steady and not like rush anything. See now right here, see I'm rushing. I was too dark on this side when it's supposed to be lighter. brush too much. Alright, so we go down here now. So this is just a basic outline. Like some of this is gonna be hidden once the color comes in and the shadows. So sometimes you don't even have to be that neat, because all of this is gonna be going over anyway, so. Right now I'm just going over the areas I know where it's going to be shadows. Like under there, so that's why I made a line there. This is away from the sun, so this is going to be in shadow. Like that. On the hair. Like that. Right here, all of this, the left side of the kunais. Let me get my hand out the camera. Let me alter this a little bit so you guys can see a little better. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Move this stuff out the way. I got other stuff in the way. Okay, so I'll make sure that this is a little bit darker here. Like that. There you go. So now you know what I want to do? I want to start a fine art series where it's not just like these drawings are just. Okay, my hand is way too big. Let me back up. What I want to do is start a fine art series where I go over just the really basics, you know, not just drawing characters from the series, even though I love doing that and I love talking about it too. But I also want to, you know, also make this channel a traditional art channel too, and have how to draw hands, how to draw boobs, how to draw feet, you know, things like that. That way I can practice and you guys can practice along with me. So that's what I want to do too. But yeah, so I will have the finished drawing tomorrow. The basic outline is done. I'm gonna go over it again. Areas where I feel like, you know, in here, you know, but the basic outline is done. So this drawing is gonna have really basic coloring. I'm not gonna do too much rendering with it because I'm following the sort of like the style that you see on a lot of the promotion art, even though that art is digital. But I'm gonna try to mimic that a little bit with Copic markers, and I will have that up tomorrow. If it's not tomorrow, it's definitely the day after. But I'm aiming for tomorrow to have this done because I have to finish drawing this, then edit it, then do the voiceover. So it's a lot of work, and I'm gonna do that after I'm done programming and do coding, learning coding. So I'm gonna do that tomorrow. Again, thank you guys for joining me. I know I've been gone. It's been weeks since I've been gone, and I hate when I'm gone for this long and then come back. I promise you, I will not be gone. The next one won't be weeks later from now. So you'll see me again tomorrow or the day after, most likely. Thank you once again for joining me, and I check you guys and girls later. This will be the end of the stream, and I hope you guys have a good night. And later, enjoy the instruments while I log off.